Hello everyone, are you ready for the PPSSPP Xtreme Amped Turbo Edition? We're going to be running Killzone Liberation better than ever before on the Mini Classics or many other platforms for that matter, because it is one of the most stubborn games to run, bar none, emulation wise, for PSP on any emulator whatsoever. So here we go, let's see where we're at with the Xtreme Amped Turbo Edition of PPSSPP. Okay, and the nice thing about the Turbo Amped Edition is that you're going to have this little extra oomph here. If you go into retro settings, input, hotkey binds, and add a little toggle to fast forward to one of your unused buttons. In my case, I use the right analog stick downward position, which I don't really use for PSP games anyway. So here we go, I'm going to start the game here, and you're going to see how it goes to start with.
Templar, I'm heading up mobile command for this op. You'll take your instructions from me. I'll be passing you intel from our shadow marshals doing recon in the field. So
I want to speed it up
up.
just a
Get
little
to
bit
the
more. So I'm going to do a little bit of turbo boost here by using the right analog, which I have mapped to the turbo button, or should we say fast forward toggle. Okay. Let's play this game for a quick minute. If you've ever attempted to run this before, you would know that it runs as a slideshow. It's crazy. I don't need a tutorial mode. Screw that. But running way better than ever before, and I'd have to say out of all the PSP games, this is the most challenging one to get working decent, without a doubt. And speaking of like time travel and stuff, it feels like I've been in a time loop, going through these tests over and over and over again, because theoretically these appear in my mind while I'm working and have free time, whatnot, or even when I'm like laying down and getting ready to go to sleep. And then of course, I'll just execute these when I'm home. I'm like, this is how I'm going to pull it off. But there's a Wayland thing here on the PlayStation Classic, so when I load the next game, there's a little bit of a bug just with my sound capture card when I record on my PlayStation Classic, where I don't have sound for the game, so I'm just going to let it go anyway. But on my other Mini Classics, it's fine. I don't feel like editing it and stopping it on every single game thing. I just want you to be able to see the results here. So we're going to go to another game on my playlist there. We're going to do some before and after results. We're going to do Motorstorm Arctic Edge. But yes, Killzone Liberation officially works for the next update. And speaking of other time travel shows, I'm a big fan of stuff like the Manifest, which was on Netflix. That was a fun Lost style show. And then of course I like the more recent show called Travelers, Future Man, Continuum, 11/22/63 with James Franco, based off of the Stephen King story. Going farther back to like the late 70s, early 80s. Final Countdown with Kirk Douglas, even Voyager's a TV show. I mean, just let me know a time travel scenario, TV show, or movie that you're a fan of. We're going to start the game here, and if you ever try to load this, and this is a more powerful Mini Classic without a doubt, it's about 1.53 gigahertz clock speed. And sometimes it'll uncap to about 1. It'll actually like kind of like bottleneck throttle to 1.34 gigahertz, depending on the memory load. But if you ever try loading Motorstorm Arctic Edge, you can see it actually runs like crap. And I'm going to show you kind of a before and after result. And this is a turbo amp core, so it's already run faster than it possibly can. And I'm going to show you what it runs like even without turbo on here, just to show you. If you try loading this on the older PSP core that's currently in the release, it's actually going to run worse than it is in this video right here. I just want to give you some before and after results, and just like the Pilot Wing Shadow Glitch, I have the Motorstorm Arctic Edge Shadow Glitch fixed up, but I'm going to show you it before and after. So let's turn the turbo boost off. It doesn't really make much of a difference here. I mean, it is what it is. But we're going to start the game here. It's kind of slow. This is even standard resolution. Look at that. This is not playable whatsoever. This is awful. Shadow glitches. You can barely see what's going on. It's all pixelated. It's like trying to watch Cinemax or Showtime on an old TV back in the 80s, where you have to kind of like do the tuner dial to get it in. I remember it being kind of funny trying to get the Playboy channel way back then. So we already established that even on the Xtreme Amped Turbo Core, Motorstorm by default is still troublesome. So I had to do kind of a more extreme fix up to get that working better. Then we're going to go to another game on the playlist. Let's do Mega Man Powered Up for a quick moment. This is another game, I mean, a basic game like this or Maverick Counter X should technically run, even at like default resolution. I just want to see where we're at here. I could do a little bit fast forward to get into the game just a little bit quicker. I at least want to see my movement speed, how the game is working. Okay, no data, new game, new style. I like that you can play the older style too. So not too bad right here. I mean, I'm in fast forward mode activate, turbo boost. But I want to see how it runs at default speed here in a moment once I'm in the game. Okay. Is it Dr. Wily? Yes. And one day, I mean, like they did the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and the Pokemon movie, etc., etc. Are they going to do like a live-action Mega Man movie? I wonder. Here we go. It's kind of clunky here. Just a little bit slow. Kind of moves a little bit like Shockman, Shabuba Man on TurboGrafx 16, which is a great, great game. Actually, it plays like a Mega Man game too. Just not fast to my liking here. So now we're going to go to another game on the list. The last one here, God of War Ghost of Sparta. And, you know, you'll see what I mean here. It runs so bad. I mean, on the other core, you try loading it, it is like a slideshow, and it might take you 10 minutes to even get in game. But wait till you see this fix up here, this nice Xtreme Fix-Up here. It's going to go with the next Core Xtreme Injector. I'll do a 2023 video relating to this. And as far as like some of the other things, I'm trying to finish up Easy RPG, Scum VM. I mean, just a few more cores to finish up, and more or less it's like The Accountant with Beneflex, where he's doing like the puzzle upside down in the intro, prologue to the movie. And that's what it feels like with many of these pieces that I'm trying to just get in place here for the final release. And I'm trying to make it where you guys and gals are going to be able to run everything effortlessly. Okay? I mean, I've been a fast forward. It's not making much of a difference if I turn it on or off. I mean, it is what it is. Even if you try loading like open bore with the PSP open bore continuum here. So slow. Let's see how our combat is here. Then we're going to do a nice Xtreme Fix-Up, which I just randomly thought of trying to do. And theoretically, it should have worked. And it appeased the performance and speed ratio of what I wanted to get running establishment-wise on a Mini Classic. Oh, wow. It's like slow motion mode activate, okay? And again, this runs faster than it did before, but still not fast enough. I mean, this is not decent enough for me to enjoy. This is too slow. So now we're going to actually exit completely. Are you ready to rumble? And let me know what your favorite wrestling movie is too. Remember Ready to Rumble with David Arquette? What about No Holds Barred with the great Hulk Hogan? I mean, let me know other wrestling movies that you're a fan of. Or The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. And we're going to push start here. We're going to push select twice. We're going to go to the PSP standalone. Open it up. Okay. We just need to open it up because it's going to basically trigger the extreme turbo mode. It's going to be even more amplified here. And we're going to exit. Yes, you just need to open the standalone one time and exit it. And I'll do a tutorial on how this works as well. And I'm going to go back, go to RetroArch one more time. It seems a little bit perplexing and confusing like a magic trick, but everything will come in time with the release. So now we're going to try, we'll do these right in a row. We'll do Mega Man powered up one more time. Then we'll do Motorstorm, and then finally God of War for the finality here. We're just going to fast forward to get into the game once we get past this initial thing here. And after I get this video done, I'm going to probably watch the second episode or third episode of Travelers. And then I'm going to probably wake up early or I'm going to ask Craig Dawn and get more of this update done because I'm off for the next 2 days. I'm going to get as much as I can done. And I'll try to post this as soon as I can. I mean, I just needed to be able to do what I could to get all these things. I mean, people are just telling me, like, hey, maybe you should try getting this working. And I just had to. New game, new style, fast forward. Let's try to get to the walking speed again. Okay, we're going to go to default speed. Look at that. Look how much faster it is. I'm not fast forwarding, but if I fast forward, it goes even faster. Look at that. This is the normal speed now. And again, you don't have to run as fast. It's just the capacity of where you're able to run it. And I'll show you how to basically run with extreme mode, turbo mode, amp mode. I mean, you're going to have so many variables, just like you're going to have with the PS1 cores, the Nintendo 64 cores, and so on. It's going to be attributed to even the arcade cores like MAME 2003 Extreme, FB Neo Extreme, and of course, finally, the PSP and even the Flycast cores. But let's go to Motorstorm Arctic Edge. We're going to have the shadow effects as well as a much, much better speed. And we'll have a nice other surprise here too. But let's get into the game here. And I guess it's not a bad thing that I don't have sound working right now for some of these games, because I would have licensing issues because of the tracks and the music. Just like when I'm playing Midnight Club 3 dub remix, which I would love to see show up on like PS4, PS5, but then they'd have to like worry about the licensed music. I mean, it has like Jimmy Eat World on there, and even like stuff like 9 Inch Nails. So there's gonna be a problem with that. Here we go. And remember how bad this ran before at even default resolution? Let's see how it runs now. I'm not doing fast forward mode activate. I'm just doing standard right now. And this is with the Xtreme Amped Turbo Fix-Up. Hopefully we'll have a better frame and performance right here. And the shadow glitch should be gone. I'm going to do 2 more tests before the video is over. Then I'm going to get to my other stuff. Watch Travelers. Look at that. Way better already. Oh, wow. You know what? We're running default resolution right now. Running way, way better. Much more smooth. Oh, wow. So much better. Still pixelated, but you can have a look at that. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. So we're going to go in the options here. Quick menu options. We're going to change the resolution to a high resolution. Close content. Reopen a game. And then we're going to see what it looks like in higher definition, because we could actually get away with that now, I believe. I'm going to try to fast forward right into the game. Just at least get past the title screen. And I love these games like Storm on PS1, Polar Snowcross on N64 and PS1. I mean, let me know other like snow racing or snowboarding games, I mean, that you're a fan of. I like my racing games in general, though, period. Okay, we're in higher definition now. Let's see how we fare. You're not going to be able to do this with every game. I mean, obviously the God of War games are going to be a little bit difficult, but you're going to be able to do this with all the Need for Speed games. But yeah, look at this. Way better now. Oh, hell yeah. We're in higher definition, and we're running even better than we did before we did the fix-ups with the default resolution. Look at this. This is badass. Very, very playable now. Got a little boost button. Absolutely love this game. I love that it was on PS2, but I also like Motorstorm. It was one of the first games I got on PS3. Go back in the options here. I'm going to take that resolution back down to default. Then we're going to go to God of War as our final test there. It should be running faster. But yes, I'm doing what I can here. I mean, I have so many things to contend with in reality and, of course, work and all that. Home life. I mean, I'll go to work, have fun stuff there in my 2 promotions at work with my new job positions. But I also have to worry about coming home and then one day my air conditioner will be bad. Got to worry about fixing that, my washing machine, my dryer, my dehumidifier. It's just one thing after another. And, of course, having, like, torrential downpour. We actually had a tornado land in our area last night. But, should we say 2 days ago, but luckily it didn't it didn't cause any fatalities or any widespread damage, but it was still crazy because we haven't had a tornado truly show up in this vicinity for almost 20 years. The last time it showed up in the vicinity, it literally uprooted 2 trees and sent them right through 2 unsuspecting apartments. Okay, we're running way, way better here. God of War for the win. Goes to Sparta. But hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if there are any other games that you think I should look into. But again, I'll try to get this out as quick as I can. I mean,